Welcome back, Focus Learners, to another explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today because we're diving straight into the completely contradictory state of artificial intelligence. I mean, we hear about it literally every single day, right? But today, we're cutting through the noise. We're looking strictly at the facts, the market behaviors, and the massive financial movements happening right beneath our feet. And we're doing this to answer one massive question. Is the world trusting artificial intelligence way too much? Let's get right into it. Okay, I want you to imagine something for a second. Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing that almost every important decision in your daily life, your career, and even the global economy is being made by artificial intelligence. Just picture an algorithmic black box casually denying your mortgage application in milliseconds. Or a completely autonomous system dynamically rerouting global supply chains without a single human in the loop. Sounds totally like the plot of a sci-fi movie, right? But the fascinating thing about the source material we're looking at today is it's not fiction at all. We are literally standing right on the edge of this reality.
Okay, let's dive into this with Section 1, AI is everywhere. How AI is integrated into our daily lives.
See, this is our new normal, and the rhythm of this adoption is just staggering. Wall Street powerhouses like Morgan Stanley are out there actively deploying generative AI assistants to manage massive investment portfolios and predict market trends. Doctors, the people we trust with our very lives, are using models like Google's MedPal-M to diagnose complex diseases and parse medical literature way faster than any human mind ever could. Major companies? They're handing over human resources to algorithmic filters, deciding who actually gets a crucial job interview and who just gets ignored. And it's not just logic and spreadsheets. Even human creativity is being fundamentally altered. Blockbuster movie scripts, best-selling books, chart-topping music, they're increasingly being generated or at least heavily augmented by AI. It is a steady, relentless integration into every major pillar of the global economy.
Section 2, the AI bubble warning, the sudden shift in the market.
So everything seems to be moving perfectly, right? It's moving faster than anyone could have predicted. And then something unexpected happens. Technology stocks, which have been the absolute foundation of this massive global boom, suddenly become unstable. The market just begins to waver. Just recently, we've seen single trading days where over $1 trillion in tech market cap vanishes in a matter of hours. Why? Simply because an earnings call mentioned a slight delay in AI monetization. Investors who were aggressively confident just yesterday are suddenly hitting pause, realizing that the hype might be running miles ahead of the actual profit margins. Which leads us directly to the definition of an AI bubble. Basically, experts across the financial and tech sectors are starting to sound the alarm about a potential market collapse. They aren't just warning that the AI revolution might fail. No, they're pointing to a massive, looming disconnect between capital expenditure, the billions being spent on hardware, and actual recurring revenue. There's this growing, palpable fear that the technological hype has severely outpaced reality. And if these multi-billion-dollar systems don't start generating massive, tangible profit soon, well, a devastating collapse could wipe out entire sectors of the economy.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is Section 3, the billion-dollar paradox, contradictions in the tech industry.
Because at the exact same time that market experts are predicting an industry crash, major corporations are throwing an incomprehensible amount of money at artificial intelligence development. We aren't just talking about a few $1,000,000 here and there. Big tech giants, companies like Microsoft, Alphabet, and Meta, are projected to spend well over $100 billion on AI infrastructure this year alone. $100 billion? They aren't pulling back in the face of these bubble warnings. They are doubling down in a way we've rarely seen in the history of modern economics.
And where exactly are all those billions of dollars going? Well, they're going straight into a permanent, real-world build-out of AI infrastructure. Number one, they are building massive new data centers around the globe. To put that scale into perspective for you, some of these single facilities consume as much electricity and cooling water as entire small cities. It's wild. And number two, they are aggressively developing more powerful chips to run inside them. Companies are sitting on these massive, months-long wait lists just to get their hands on NVIDIA H100 chips, which, by the way, can cost upward of $30,000 apiece. The global AI race isn't slowing down due to fear. It's becoming a hyper-competitive hardware arms race. And this brilliantly illustrates the glaring contradiction at the heart of today's tech world. On one hand, we have a very real fear of collapse, accompanied by highly unstable tech stocks and breathless warnings of economic doom. Yet on the other hand, the very same tech CEOs who occasionally preach caution to the public are simultaneously writing absolute blank checks for endless rows of servers. So the crucial point is this. If everyone genuinely fears a market collapse and worries about an unmonetizable bubble, why on earth are these massive companies still spending billions of dollars? What do they know that the skeptics on Wall Street don't?
Section 4, Opportunity or Economic Bubble. The stakes of the technological arms race.
The answer to why the spending continues unabated might actually be surprisingly simple. Maybe these companies are spending billions because they believe this is only the very beginning of a massive paradigm shift. They're not looking at short-term stock market fluctuations. They are banking on a technological revolution that will permanently reshape human existence. They envision a near future where how humans work is utterly transformed, with personal AI agents handling all the tedious administrative tasks so we can focus solely on complex strategy. They see how we learn completely changing. Imagine every student on Earth having a personalized, hyper-intelligent tutor available 24/7. They picture how we communicate and live being deeply integrated with systems that translate languages in real time and manage our environments flawlessly. For these tech giants, the trillion-dollar bets are totally justified because they aren't just building software. They believe they're building the new operating system for humanity.
Which brings us to our final provocative thought. Is artificial intelligence humanity's greatest opportunity, poised to permanently reshape our world for the better? Or is it simply the biggest economic bubble of the century, destined to collapse under the weight of its own unfulfilled hype? Whichever side of this paradox proves to be true, the answer will absolutely define our future. Thank you so much for joining me for this Explainer Focused Learners. Keep asking questions, keep studying the data, and I'll see you next time.